Okay, I think we got. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Sorry for that long wait. Hopefully everyone hears me all right. Let me put the chat on my other screen. Okay, I think we're good. So you can see my you can see my mouse. We're all good. I'm a little loud, but we change it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so welcome everyone to the 2023 to the 2024 Triple Winter Challenge info stream. Um, to be honest, like I said earlier this year, I was planning something bigger for winter, but personal stuff, college is wild this year. So, unfortunately, I wanted to do I wanted to do like a bigger series, but unfortunately, time was not on my side. Um, just want to make sure the YouTube's all right. But I decided to have at least something for the winter, just because I do kind of miss the winter racing stuff, and they did always did really good when it comes to views. So yeah, we're back with true winter racing, not summer series delayed by 5 trillion years seemingly. We're back with true winter racing for this season. Um, so this info stream is gonna be if you've been in my previous series, you kind of know the drill on what's going what you kind of know what's the drill at this point when it comes to everything, and all this information is honestly going to be just a repeat of years past. So, yeah, let me just do this. I have another tab open. Can I? Yeah, I can do it. Okay. So I'm going to start with the basic info. So here's the first slide. Sorry if I'm kind of nervous. I haven't done I haven't been on really been done done anything on this channel in the last couple of months because I've been busy with personal life. Anyway, so the mod, if I think most of y'all should know already, it's the Cup 2010 mod by DMR, and it has the wings. Yes, the infamous wing. This is the second time I'm going to use the DMR Car Tomorrow mod. Of course, we used the 2012 Cup mod from DMR for the Coke Zero Showdown, and well, I'm using the dodge bodies. I'll explain why a little later. One card per person, as usual. Choose any number. Well, I forgot to change that crap. Let me. I didn't mean to. Whoops. Not list. There's no list here, so okay. You didn't see that. Okay, so choose any number from 0 to 99, and you can do 01, 02, or something like that as well. Once signups are closed, they're closed. Once a spot does somehow open up, someone bows out or someone gets kicked out of the server, the case may be. We haven't really had that issue. Well, we haven't really had anyone get kicked out of the server from a series for a while. So hopefully that won't be a problem here, especially with how short this triple winner challenge is. Plus, it's not even for points. You can use your real name or alias. I don't really care. Just don't impersonate anybody. I don't like that. I always say invitations, a form of flattery, but don't do that. It just makes it kind of confusing. Just either use your online alias or whatever you go by, or sorry, your real name. Driver ratings reset to 95, and since this mod is cup physics, these cars will go or the cup physics are naturally faster than the GNS physics reviews for years with series. So even though 95 is lower than previous series, like I think that PSL and Golf's like 96 or something like that. Even though the rating is a little bit not as like high, but well, like one difference, not that much difference, but these cars will go pretty fast, especially at the super speedways, and also actually especially the super speedways and one of the other tracks I'm going to talk about, which yeah, I'm talking awkward. I know. I'm sorry, but the range we set to 95. These cars will go pretty fast since this cup physics. And difficulty is 100. It's kind of likewise what I just said. 100 again is lower than previous years, but again, since this is cup physics, they will still go pretty fast. And of course, max drivers are 28. Now, why did I do max 28 drivers? Spoiler: one of the races is Bowman Gray. That track can only hold 28 drivers. Now, I may be saying, oh, why not do a heat race or something like that? I don't really want to do a heat race just because because I don't really have time currently at the moment for the heat race because the planning for the series was really late. Like usually for like historically with winter stuff, I'd what's it called? I'd always have it around like always start planning around September, October, like reveal it October, start planning around September, reveal it around October, and then have the sign us a couple weeks after the fact. So we got Brado, Madison, Chat, and Corvette. Thank you guys. Not many people in chat, but hey, for people out there, thank you for watching. um, so I started this planning on this series rather late. I've been sitting on it for a couple months, but then I didn't really start planning until like 3 weeks ago, and I didn't really have time to structure more drivers. If I do this next year, or the case, yeah, if I do this next year, I will definitely have more drivers and we'll have the heat race and have the signups a lot earlier. Okay, so speaking of the paint scheme, you may have seen this image. I posted it on what Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. This is the paint scheme we're gonna use for the triple winter challenge. Why is that image like that? Anyways, um, so here we go. This is of course made by Corvette. He's down in chat. So thanks again for the paint scheme. I didn't have time to make my own scheme, so my creativity level for paint schemes right now is basically dormant. I don't have much creativity when it comes to paint schemes at all right now. But I asked Corvette, hey, can you make some schemes for me? He's like, sure, and he turned out really cool. So this is the scheme I ended up deciding on. I think it turned out really damn good. I think it's going to work really well with whichever sponsor and number combinations everyone's going to choose. So as you may notice, we have forward numbers. I know there's going to be some people like, oh, I hate forward numbers. I mean, it's been I don't really. To be honest, I was one of those forward number just haters, but they're not bad. I've gotten over them. And plus, in the context of this series, it makes more sense. Or not series, these races. Anyway, so each game will use the standardized base. Every single driver will use this base. There's going to be no and ifs or buts about it. Every single driver will use this base. I think it may sound kind of weird, considering historically speaking, we've always had different paint schemes in these series. But think of it kind of like SRX or IROC. Every one of those series has same paint scheme, same base paint scheme, but they do switch the colors are different, and the sponsors are different, and that's the idea I'm trying to go with here. The colors, both the I guess the blue here and the gray, can be changed. Like you don't have to have, I mean, you can have a black and green car, a red and gold car, what's in a purple and blue car. Now, if you're gonna have two of the same color, like you want to have a purple and purple car, I'll probably make one of the shades a little bit different. Like if you're gonna have like an all purple car, I'm not gonna make the entire damn thing purple because the entire damn thing is purple. It would look awful. Um, like say if you're gonna have like an all blue purple car, one will be like a lighter shade, and the other will be like a darker shade. Like maybe if you want to have the darker shade up front, like where the hood and the back is, you can have the darker shade up front and the lighter shade where the gray is. The number can also be changed. This 23 is just kind of almost like a show car almost. Nothing takes seriously. And this, yes, it is Hendrick font, kind of, sort of. And the sponsors can be changed. There's gonna be one sponsor, like one main sponsor you put on the hood and also on the sides, and an associate sponsor you can put around here, where my mouse is. You can put another sponsor right there. And of course you can, and according to associate sponsors, if people, of course, with one primary sponsor, obviously once someone takes a primary sponsor, you can't have it anymore. But I'm okay with like multiple people having the same associate sponsor, but I'm not okay with more than one person having the same sponsor. Like for example, if someone chooses Coca-Cola as a sponsor, let's just say once Coca-Cola is taken, no one else can have it. But if you want to have Coca-Cola as an associate, anyone can have, as many people can have that as associate as possible. Like if multiple people can have Coca-Cola as an associate, multiple people can have McDonald's or the case may be as an associate if they still want to. And another thing too with like company divisions, I've always just in the past, if a company has owned another, like say for example, someone wants to be sponsored by Bridgestone tires, right? well, what if someone wants to be sponsored by Firestone since it's both the same company? I'm fine with that. I've always been okay with that. I've had like Coke and Sprite card. Like, yeah, well, actually, I haven't had a Sprite card, but I've had Bush car. I've had like a Bush car once. Well, also someone else got sponsored by Budweiser, even though they're the same company. I'm okay with that. And I'll be painting all the schemes. Um, reason why is just because I want to make sure they get them out. Number one, to be I want to make sure to get them out on time. And this is not a knock against any painters or anything. I just want to make sure I can get these out on time because the turnaround time between these signups and the first race is very short. Is by far the shortest we've had for any rate NR series, but NR content we've had here is by far the shortest turnaround time, probably besides the Pepsi Showdown and Coke Zero Showdown. And I want to make sure that I get them out on time. And number two is that since every paint scheme is gonna look identical, it shouldn't take that. Theater could take that long for me to make these games. Like I should probably like at most, these games should take maybe an hour to make. All like each one of them. I can probably knock them out in a couple weeks, to be honest with you. And yeah, that's why I want to make sure I handle all the games and also make sure they all look similar, because think back to XRX or IROG, all the games look very similar, very standardized, and that's the angle I want to go for. And sponsors may be subject to approval as change. Again, going back to what I said, if someone has already taken a sponsor before you, you probably have to change it, or if it's a sponsor I don't think it's appropriate for the series, I will request you to change and find a new sponsor. Now, some other things to know about this car. The paint scheme, you got the driver's name will be visible from the front, where Challenger would usually or Charger would usually be. The sides, the back, yeah, in the back as well. I would have done in the banner, but this banner is standardized as well. Like I can't change the name banner on the front of this COT, unfortunately. Also, the Golf logo on the B post, the triple winner on the C post, and the Dodge logo on the spoiler. Those will all be present on the cars, and also the Dodge logo on the name rail as well. All of that will be present in every scheme as well. Okay, some more basic info. Drivers are required to join the official Discord server and follow the rules. I think most people haven't really had an issue with that, really. So that's been a rule since the first GSS. You could be removed / fined if rules are broken. And mind you, this is not a series, and there's no championship. This is just 3 races. If you can win 2 out of the 3, you get a reserve for the 2024 Palm Summer Week. And also, no non-standardized schemes, so you can't just have some random scheme, like custom scheme or something like that. Again, nothing against the custom scheme. I'm sure nothing against like whatever custom scheme you make, but this is just the formula I want to follow for the series. No teams as well, so no teammates or anything. Everyone's just kind of all on their own. And also no past champion reserve. So if you won a golf winner or PSL championship, you will not get this is similar to Coke Zero Showdown. You won't get the form sent early. Everyone's gonna be first come first serve on the day of signups. And of course, the coverage format and style will be similar to previous content on this channel. So that's not going away. That's not changing. Okay, so we got double file restarts, 3 max green white checkered attempts. We've had this since the HWRL in 2021. And of course, as I reiterate once again, if you win 2 out of the 3 races in this triple winner challenge, you will get a reserve for the 2024 Palm Summer Week. And it's gonna be a one-time reserve just for the 2024 Palm Summer Week. It's not gonna be like lifelong reserves, I suppose you call them. It's just for the upcoming Palm Summer Week. If you win 2 out of the 3 in any order, you get a reserve for the Palm Summer Week. Good only for the 2024 Palm Summer Week. Now, if a past champion completes the challenge, if they win 2 out of the 3 races, no reserve will be handed out, because what would be the point of giving a reserve to someone who already has a reserve? So, and that's gonna be I think it's gonna be kind of an interesting factor when it comes to the actual races. Like, oh, this guy's going for the reserve, while the other guy already has a reserve, but he wants to win the race anyway. I think that's gonna make an interesting factor when it comes to me making the races and commentating. And also, if this challenge does return in future years, the manufacturer will change depending on whoever wins the PSL championship. Now, if you remember during the Palm Summer League, Brendan Beal, who was driving a Dodge, won the championship. So Dodge is going to be the manufacturer for this triple winner challenge. Say if somebody else wins the championship, and if it's not in a Dodge, say if it's in a Chevy, a Ford, or whatever the case may be, if it's a Chevy, or if someone else wins the PSL championship in 2024 that isn't a Dodge, I will change the car make for that if this returns. So say like next year, this year is obviously Dodge. Next year could be Ford. Next year, the other year could be Toyota, whatever the case may be. Now, if a Pontiac wins the championship for the PSL in 2024 and beyond, it will be Chevy for here because it's both General Motors, General Motors brand. So it still kind of fits under that same umbrella. Okay, so this has already been kind of known, but here are the races for the 2023 to 2024 Triple Winter Challenge. Kind of crazy, it's almost 2024. My God. Okay, so first, I promised this very early in the year, but we are going back to the Madhouse, the Bowman Gray Stadium. I don't know why the text ain't there. Let me fix that. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to say that. Why in the world? Why is it not? Oh. Oh, that's why. The animation wasn't. For whatever reason, I had an animation. Why did I have it? Is that the case for all of these? Yeah, that's the case for all of these. What the hell? Okay. Okay, that should be fixed. I don't know why. I honestly kind of rushed this PowerPoint out, but anyway, so race number 1, we're going to go back to the Madhouse, to Bowman Gray Stadium for our first Madhouse Classic since 2021. I'm glad we're going back to Bowman Gray because Bowman Gray has always been very successful when it comes to my NR stuff. I'm glad we're going back there, and it's going to remain pretty much unchanged from what it was in both the HWRO and the former OWS. A quarter mile long track, 75 laps, night race on Christmas night, and it's going to be the same track version reviews since the Winter Street Stocks, the Madhouse track, the Madhouse quote unquote track with the more accurate, so I guess whatever building this is, and the scoreboard. All right, race number 2. I've already talked about the races, but I just want to reconfirm them again because this is the info stream. Race number 2, we're going to go back also to the M&M Super Speedway for the second time. So, much like last time with the HWRO, 3 miles long, 22 laps, barring, of course, these lap counts. This is barring any green, white, checkered finishes. Because I know with the M&M's Classic last time, it did go to the green, white, checkered. But 22 scheduled laps. It could be a day race. Of course, you have the snow. I've always loved this feature for M&M Super Speedway. One of the very few tracks that has like actual snow. One of the very few super speedways or any tracks in general that has actual snow stained on the track. Gives it a nice little wintry vibe. It'll be on January 1st, so New Year's Day. If you remember, during the HWR, I scheduled it for New Year's Eve. I ended up being delayed to New Year's Day, the following day. I decided to keep the New Year's Day because I think it probably works better. It probably is more flexible for me personally, and I think it's better to have. I think it's a better fit for New Year's Day as opposed to New Year's Eve. And finally, the final race in the Triple Winter Challenge, it's going to be good old Papyrus. We're going to finally go back to Papyrus after unfortunately being... Oh, yeah, we're going back to Papyrus for the first time since the 2022 Golf Summer Series. And it's going to be a day race. Of course, this massive 3.7 mile long track, one of my favorite tracks to do in NR. Also a pretty popular track because both the HWO and Golf Race did very well. And had some good racing. 16 laps. And it's going to be on January 15th on Martin Luther King Day. Similar, again, to the previous HWRO. And, of course, again, the lap count is barring any green, white, checkered finishes. And it's going to be the Papyrus 2021 version of the track. Which is the same one, again, we used for the past 2 Papyrus races. Alright, as for important dates, of course, everything will be pre-recorded and premiered on this YouTube channel. Races will be premiered at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One thing to note is that every holiday that these races will be on, Christmas, New Year's, MLK Day, all happen to fall on a Monday. That wasn't intentional. Every holiday just so happened to fall on a Monday, and I'm just gonna roll with it. um, so yeah, again, everything is gonna be on the exact holidays at 8 o'clock Eastern. Well, 8 o'clock. Well, the Madhouse Classic, I might actually isn't. I might change the start time. Actually, I think the Discord event has a different time because I want to avoid NFL. Let me see. Yeah, 7:45 for the Madhouse Classic. In so every other race will be 8 o'clock. Eminem's Classic, Massachusetts Classic, all that will be at 8 o'clock. Madhouse Classic will be the only exception, as that'll be at 7:45, so 15 minutes earlier than usual. I forgot to mention that, so I'll fix that when it comes to like actual promos and everything. Just not to confuse people. Um, Now of course signups will be next Sunday, November 19th at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Um, I will show y'all the tentative sign up form shortly, and of course Madhouse Classic Christmas at 7:45 because again I want to avoid NFL. Eminem's Classic January 1st, and Massachusetts Classic on January 15th. And of course, good luck to everyone trying to sign up, everyone competing. I think it should be a pretty fun set of races here. So now let me reveal the sign up form. If I can change this, yeah, I can just drag this. If I can, okay, there we go. So here's the sign up form. I'm still trying to, yeah, this is still very early. I don't have a banner for this yet, but it will be a banner next week. So who you? Let me pull up my chat again. God damn it. Who do you want to be called? Your driver name. How do you pronounce that driver name? What's your pronouns? What's your Discord name? Are you in the Discord server? And for link there if you're not in it for some whatever reason. What number do you want? 0 to 99. What do you want your main sponsor to be, and what do you want your associate sponsor to be? And again, for this one, like in previous series and everything like that, previous NR content, if a sponsor is already taken, I will DM you on the Discord or find some way to contact you saying, hey, so and so took this sponsor already. What sponsor do you want instead? It's again, this form is not even done yet. I don't even have a banner for this yet, but I'll have one when it's time when I do release it next week. And again, I know I keep saying again a lot, but to reiterate, anyone who has a reserve won't get this early. It's gonna be first come first serve for everybody. Okay, now while I'm here, I also figured I'd share a couple updates for the 2024 Palm Summer League. 98% sure it's gonna happen. I mean, I know just that 2% is the chance of it not happening, but I'm 98% sure that PSL will happen in 2024 again. That 2% could always sneak up and ruin everything and not make me do PSL in 2024. But I am very confident, very, very confident that Palm Summer League will happen in 2024. The schedule is still in development. I have a couple drafts of the schedule planned. Still a couple of tracks and testing and I investigation stress work I need to do. That's the biggest stuff. That's the biggest reason why these schedules usually take a while for these longer scale series, especially with golf back in the day, is that these I&Is are wild. Sometimes I&Is for these tracks are really, really good, but at the same time, while other I&Is are just completely garbage, have no, some other I&Is are completely garbage, have very little exciting racing. I don't want to make the races exciting. I don't want to make them boring. Or sometimes I&Is can also just be Wreckfest, and I don't want that either. Anyways, same mod and templates from last year. So if you're somehow already planning ahead, if you want to use this scheme from last year, feel free to. I'm probably going to use my scheme from last year personally if I do this again. When I do hopefully sign up for this. I want to make sure. I mean, there was nothing. I was happy with how the muscle weight models did last year when it came to racing, and there's no reason. I don't see any reason to change it. I hope to have more races. Anywhere between. I'm looking anywhere between 5 to 7 races. I don't have a exact number, but there will be more races compared to the 4 from last year or from this year. There will be more races because I know 4 races spread across 4 months. That was, and well, they have the duels as well, but more point races as well. 4 races spread across those 4 months was kind of, it was interesting to say the least. Like the reason why I wanted more races because from Daytona, right after Daytona, I didn't do any NR stuff for over a month, and it took a while for me to get back in the groove to make that final race. And I kind of want to keep that momentum going before in between Daytona and that final race. Which, anyways, schedule reveal will hopefully be around early February, so I do have time. That should give me plenty of time to finish up this Palm Summer League schedule. Again, there's still I have a couple drafts, but I don't think nothing's final except for Daytona. Which let's be honest, I think Daytona's. I think most people can. Even if I didn't say anything, Daytona would be back for this. That's the only track I know is coming back. Signups for I'm aiming for signups to be around late February, early March. I want to try to make them a bit earlier this year. I want to just because I have more time. I have much more time compared to this year, compared to last year when developing PSL, because it was PSL up until golf ended was always in the back of my mind, but I never really got around to aggressive planning. That's why I had the signups in like spring, like mid March, and announced it weeks after GSS ended. This time around, I have much more time to schedule and plan for PSL. And last week, just like last year, the season will last from Memorial Day to mid-August. Nothing is going to be different about that. All right. Any questions? Anyone? There's only like 2 people watching, but I'll stay for like a couple minutes if anyone has any questions. Again, if you're watching this pre-recorded, like after the stream is over, you can always join Discord or leave a comment on this saying, "Hey, can I sign up for what's the day?" Asking me what to clarify. Oh, what time it is for stuff. Well, yeah, Madison, go ahead with the question. But if you're watching this pre-recorded after the fact, I can always ask me on the comments on my Discord or even on my Twitter. Yeah, I know Twitter. Yeah, Madison, go ahead if you have a question. So if you haven't done a challenge or anything before, but I want to do this one kind of stuff, yeah, absolutely. And this is open to anyone. Well, yeah, this is open just about anybody. Whether if you've done a series from me before or not, I don't like. It could be someone new, someone's been doing my NR stuff for years. I don't really care. Anyone can sign up. There's gonna be no, and that goes for anything too. That goes for PSL. Um, if the showdown does return for 2024, it's open to anybody, unless if I say otherwise. But it's open to just about everybody. I might just stop at 38 minutes because I know there's only like 2 people watching, but okay. I might just end the stream early because I'm kind of have to get going here shortly. Just edit the Discord event. I love I just had this scheduled for like I was gonna just push this I was gonna push the end time to like 3:40, but ended up getting to just click. Oh, let me show another thing too. I had another thing open. Just a 3D view of this game because why not? So again, the um the main sponsor will be on the hood on full display. Your driver name, whatever name you settle with, will be where the Challenger logo. Why I keep saying Challenger? Charger logo usually is in the CLT, and then we got your number on the left bumper there. I don't actually know. I don't actually know like on the headlight. We're using Goodyear tires. I wish you had Firestone or some other brand, but Goodyear will work. 20. Your number is gonna be here. It doesn't have any the number 23, but it'll follow this sort of Hendrick font. Your driver name would be right here. Your sponsor would be big, right? Would be Splash Golf right here, whatever it is. The Dodge Golf and Triple Winter Challenge logos on the greenhouse part will be on every car. Your associate sponsor is going to go here. Also, this Dodge logo on the spoiler. The back is going to be a solid color, just like the hood. Your sponsor, your driver name, the Dodge, and your number. The side's going to be the exact same. The top's going to be where your number is going to be, obviously, like every NASCAR car of all time. And just like with the newer NASCAR, like the Gen 6 and everything, next gen, your sponsor will be up here as well. And here, I'd like to put, what I like to, will be, I guess, your flag. You can put whatever, state flag or country flag, whatever you want. So again, as long as it's approved by me. But if you don't want a flag, you can just put another, you can put your associate or your primary again, your primary sponsor. And yeah, you can use any sponsor you want. And it's subject to approval. There might be cases where, again, I may not approve the sponsor for political or some other, whatever the case, reasons, or if someone has taken a primary sponsor before you, you have to choose another one. God, my computer's... Yeah, my computer's loud. Holy crap. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but fans are wild. Okay, so I might just end the stream now, because I gotta go. I got other stuff to attend to. But thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate everyone remaining loyal, despite the fact that I haven't really been active on YouTube or anything. Oh yeah, YouTube. Well, I've kind of been active on social media, but not really. So I do appreciate the support from everybody who has been remaining loyal, even though I haven't been the most active as of late. I mean, college is wild. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. But I'm gonna try to make it. This should be a fun thing to do for the winter. I think it's gonna be a fun thing to do for the winter. Fun little side project before the PSL returns in 2024. So I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank y'all for watching. See you guys for signups.